What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bro Tech Gaming Podcast. My name's Carlos,
What's up, guys? My name's Sean. Welcome back.
and we just want to talk a little bit about an upcoming show called The Last of Us. It's picked up on HBO Max. It's coming out. When is it coming out? January 15, 16? January, I think it's the 15th. January 15th. Okay. That's the Sunday in the middle of the month. And so we want to cover every episode, kind of just do like a recap of every episode. Right now we just want to talk about our expectations. We're kind of go through the actors, what we like about the actors, what else they've been in, kind of just go from there. So I guess we can throw out the actors right now. The main characters, we got Pedro Pascal as Joel. You love him in Mandalorian. He's really good in that show. The Mandalorian is, obviously a 10 out of 10 for me.
He was good in as Oberyn too. I mean, he didn't have like a lot of scenes in Game of Thrones, but that might be one of the first times I've seen him is in as Oberyn in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P. with your squishy eyeballs. And
Yeah,
then
he had a
he
good
was
death
also in
though.
Narcos. Yeah, he had a good death. Like he basically well, I mean, for the most part, like he saved Tyrion from being executed. But Pedro Pascal is also in Narcos, also a good show, which I haven't seen. So I definitely have high expectations for his acting chops in the show. Um, you can kind of tell that they were changing up the cast a little bit. Like a lot of people are a little. I feel like there's a little bit of controversy with. I think a lot of people expected, like Joel to be cast differently and um, Sarah to be cast differently. Like I don't really have a problem with it, but like they actually have his brother Tommy, played by Gabriel Luna. I don't know if you know who Gabriel Luna is. I've only seen him in. I think he's in the new Terminator movie that came out. He was one of the Terminators, and then he was also in Agents of Shield. He was basically like um the guy with the flaming skull. What's that guy called? Ghost Rider. He was basically like Ghost Rider in the Agents of Shield.
I
But I
have
don't know
not
what he's
watched
been
that.
in other than that. So
Let me see. Kind of looking up his stuff right now. I haven't seen anything that he's in besides Terminator Dark Fate. He was the other Terminator that was going after the girl.
yeah,
So that's pretty much all I've seen him in. So Pedro Pascal, he came out in The Mandalorian, The Narcos. He also came out in Wonder Woman 84.
yeah, he was the bad guy. He was basically
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy that movie.
that wasn't a good movie. A different podcast for a different day.
Yeah, definitely. So next up we have Bella Ramsey playing Ellie, and she looks pretty good for the role. I kind of wish they got somebody that looked a little bit more like Ellie, but I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Well, it's
Uh,
interesting because like we've had like three remakes now, technically, of Last of Us. Like you had the OG that came out on PS3, you had the remastered one that came out on the PS4, which was just like HD, and then you had like the Part One remake that came out, and like they basically remodeled every character in that one to more emulate Last of Us Part Two. So Ellie doesn't really look the same in that compared to what she used to look like. They made her look a little bit more like mature. If I don't know, like if talking about spoilers, like Ellie is kind of a tomboy, especially in part two. She was a lot more girly in part one. But with that being said, I kind of feel like they were trying to make her look more tomboyish with the remake than how her original concept looked like. So I don't even know what actor you would choose nowadays or actress you would choose nowadays that would kind of like emulate that now. But I mean, I think Bella Ramsey's still a good cast. I know she's a good actress.
yeah, she came out in Game of Thrones. She was I just had her name up here. Um, I don't remember the name she played in Game of Thrones, but so the thing
Mormont.
is, like,
Leon
yeah.
Liana Mormont.
Oh yeah, there you go. So the
Mhm.
good thing is that both of these characters, our main characters, both came out in Game of Thrones. So based on that, I feel like it's gonna be
You
good
got high
because, yeah,
expectations.
because we love the show, we loved all the characters on there. She was one of my favorites from Game of Thrones too. She had a lot of I don't know what you would call it, a lot of spirit, I guess. She wanted to get shit done and she didn't mess around.
Right.
Um, but yeah, other than that, I don't really know anybody else on this cast. I know Nick Offerman. He's playing Bill.
Yeah.
Uh, there was, let me see.
Well, interesting cameos that are going to be in this show. That you got Ashley Johnson and you have Troy Baker. So we don't know what characters they're going to play. Ashley Johnson, it's rumored that she's going to be like maybe Ellie's mom in a flashback. That would be kind of cool.
Okay,
And
I
then
see
there's a
that.
screenshot of Troy Baker. Of course, Troy Baker played the voice of the original Joel. Troy Baker is kind of there as like a survivor slash like henchman or something like that. Um, so we don't
Okay.
know specifically what he's going to be doing either.
Yeah, I didn't know that Troy Baker was the voice actor.
Oh yeah, Troy Baker is the voice of Joel. He's also the voice of Sam in the Uncharted games. Troy Baker's got a huge, basically like resume for voice acting in video games. Like he's done a ton of stuff. Um, another a few other actors and actresses in here too. Murray Bartlett. Like Murray Bartlett was actually in the first season of White Lotus. He was the
Oh, that's right.
Australian. He was the Australian front desk person that was
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
eating the booty of his helper. Uh, who else is in this thing? You got
uh,
Brendan Fletcher. He's kind of a known actor.
you got Storm Reed. She's actually gonna be playing the new mermaid, the Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's where I know her from. I haven't seen anything that she's in though. I know her face.
I
For
don't know,
me,
man.
that's about it. I don't
Yeah,
recognize anybody else.
I don't really know anybody else either. But I mean, like the first. I mean, I think they're gonna stick pretty close to the first game. But at the same time, like if they're really trying to milk the franchise for what it's worth, like we might not actually. I don't think we're gonna get the full game out of this first season. I think we're gonna get like I think it's gonna get chopped up because I feel like they want to make a series out of this. I don't think they want it to be a limited series. So if they're gonna cover like the entire journey of like Joel and Ellie to when like Ellie's at the hospital and like Joel has to like break her out of the hospital, like I don't think we're gonna get all of that in the first season. Maybe
Yeah,
like in a few different seasons or like more than one season. But especially with the way paces are with shows now, like they only do like what 6 episodes, 8 episodes nowadays. So like I hope they don't try to cover too much in a short period of time. I really want them to take their time and make it good and really like dive into the lore and dive into the side characters that are in the game too. So
exactly. And that's I feel like we get that because we played the games and the games really fleshed out the characters.
yeah.
The games are probably like 20 hours long, depending on your play style, but playing that game, like, you really get to know the characters. You know what Joel goes through in the beginning, you know what Ellie goes through kind of before it happens and then after it happens. Like, I really, what I'm really hoping is that they really flesh out their characters. I want people, like, especially people that never played the game, I want them to care about the show. I want them to be like, damn, like, this is a game, like, let me go get this, let me play this, let me watch it, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just come out and say it, like, I have really high expectations for this, so don't fuck it up,
Yeah.
HBO.
Honestly, like it's hard not to have high expectations because the game was so good. I think the good thing is that they've got good writers that are working on the show, but you've also got Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann is also working like with the show. with the storyboard too. So I think we're gonna try to. I think they're gonna keep it accurate, and they're gonna do justice to the video games too. Um, I just want it to have that feel. Like I want it to have like that gritty, like survival, post-apocalyptic feel, like the video game did. Because the video game was scary, and the clickers were scary, but there was like so much to it besides just post-apocalypse survival and like these clicker zombie things. Like there was so much good character development in it. So
Yeah, because it wasn't just the clickers that you have to avoid. You know, it was people also. You know, they had their little gangs in there.
yeah, yeah.
So next up, we can talk about CGI. Kind of expect, like what to expect. From what the trailer that we had, what was the guy's name? The one that explodes. So in the trailer, it shows a couple of clickers, and then at the very end, I think on one of the newest trailers, it had, I don't remember the name of the monsters.
Yeah, I almost have to bring up like the fandom for Last of Us, the Last of Us wiki.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so the types that they have, they're gonna have runners, stalkers, clickers, a shambler, bloater, and rat king. So I think the one that we saw was the bloater.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And we saw the clicker. So so yeah, I feel like they're gonna have runners just because the runners were like one of the most common infected in there.
They're kind of like your typical like zombie archetype in most zombie games too, because they hadn't mutated, they hadn't the fungus hadn't taken over their like physical composition a whole lot like the clickers do.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna explain all that. I wonder how much detail they're gonna go into the lore, explaining like the origin of the clickers and like all the different types of mutations from the fungus and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a good time to, like, you're gonna have the time. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe they might rush everything and we won't know anything about anything.
Because like when you play the game, like everything's very intuitive. Like you kind of learn things very quickly. Where when you play the game, obviously you can't do that in the show. So I hope they really like take the time to build the world around everything. But the CGI looks pretty good. I think for a show, it's kind of hard to raise the bar too high. But from what I've seen, like showing the clicker and then like the second one that we were talking about.
I think it's either a bloater or a shambler. I don't know the difference between them.
It looked like the bloater.
I think it was the bloater.
It reminds me of the bloater that you fought like in that little basketball gym.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And stuff. But the CGI looks okay. I hope, like honestly, like if they do the show justice, like if they really focus on the storytelling, they probably don't need to incorporate too much CGI from like clickers and stuff into it. Like I hope the story more or less speaks for itself to where they don't have to rely so much on CGI.
Yeah, I'm hoping that too. But I do want to see like those headshots go off because they were pretty cool in the game.
Think they're gonna have shanks?
I feel like they will. If if they're on a budget,
Molotovs, man.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're on a budget, they don't have to worry about CGI for like the fake guns and stuff. Just a lot of fake blood. But other than that, we will be covering every episode. Sunday, HBO Max. I think it's probably gonna have that 9 o'clock slot. But we usually get it at 6 o'clock p.m. So it's still a little early for us. So we're gonna do just a quick reaction to it, quick recap of the video, our thoughts on it, what we thought were good, what we expect for the next episode. Just simple stuff like that. So we're gonna do that every week. If we stop doing it, it's because the show is horrible and we give up.
Expectations were just like
so. But yeah, well, I'll try to have that out every Sunday night, probably just a couple hours after the episode. It shouldn't take too long to edit those. But yeah, that's what we're going to be bringing to the table for that, and we hope that you guys come and check us out every week. You can give us, your thoughts in the comments below, your expectations on the show, and what you guys want to see.
Yep.
And I think that's about it for this one. So
Yep.
thank you guys for watching BroTech Gaming Podcast, for covering The Last of Us, and we're really crossing our fingers that it's good. Got high hopes for it.
Like we're super super hyped about it. Like we're super super excited about it. It's hard not to be, but hopefully it'll be all for good and they keep making more shows. And even if they go a little off the rails, maybe a little away from the story, like I just hope it's still a good show no matter what. So
Yeah, same.
we need a new show. We need another show.
We need a good new show.
Yep.
All right, so you heard that, HBO. Don't drop the ball on this. Give us what we want. And yeah, just
masses.
Yeah, just let it be good, please. All right, so that's it for us. My name's Carlos. Thank you guys for checking us out.
My name's Sean. Thanks for checking out the BroTech Gaming Podcast, guys.
See you guys next time. Bye.